Another day of digging for clues, but still no sign of four missing men. Police and the FBI will resume tomorrow in their efforts to find what they're looking for, whom they're looking for in Solebury Township. Meanwhile, Cosmo DiNardo is now a person of interest, and oh yes, he has been released on $1 million bail. It is Tuesday night, and the big story on Action News tonight is attracting enormous attention in the tri-state area and across the country. Authorities in Bucks County say they will not rest until they find the four men. Action News reporter Dan Quayer is live in Solebury Township. Annie McCormick is in Lahaska tonight. Dan, let's start with you. A huge effort so far by local lawmen and the FBI, but so far, no payoff.
That's right, Jim. And so far, Cosmo DiNardo remains the only person of interest identified in the mysterious disappearances. They fear he is a flight risk, which is why authorities sought such a high bail on an unrelated weapons charge. But tonight, he was able to post the required 10% of his $1 million bail, and now he's out there somewhere as the search for the missing men goes on.
It's not just this single property. We have people combing the entire county.
Bucks County DA Matt Weintraub describing the intensive search for the four men missing since last week. Most of the focus has been on a vast 90-plus acre farm on Lower York Road owned by the family of Cosmo DiNardo.
I can't say that the whole entire property is a crime scene, but we've been going through the entire property.
Sources tell ABC News that a ping from one of the missing men's cell phones led investigators to the property. An army of federal and local law officers have been using everything from major construction equipment to sifting equipment in the search. Meanwhile, friends of the four missing men kept vigil nearby.
It's hard. We're all just shooken up by the whole thing. We're scared.
He was just so close to me as one of my best friends, and he was such a good person. You know, everyone deserved a Jimmy in their life, and now he's not. I'm sorry.
Walter Musinkowski says they were hanging out with Jimmy Tarpatrick on the 4th of July, the night before he disappeared. They went to school together at Holy Ghost Prep. Till this happened, he had never heard the name Cosmo DiNardo.
Never seen him before. Never heard of the name.
You never see them hanging out together?
No.
Friend of Dean Finocchiaro never heard of him either.
I just heard of it now, I never heard of his name before that.
But whatever the relationship between DiNardo and the four men is, something authorities are keeping close to the vest.
We still have our detectives and investigators working on that. I am not at liberty to disclose that at this point.
Again tonight, calls to the DiNardo family and to Cosmo's lawyer seeking comment were not returned. We note that DiNardo has not been charged in connection with the missing men.